What's up, travelers? You have found the podcast that is here to explore the world. We are 5 travel experts, hooked on our trade, and ready to share our tales from around the world. You're listening to the Where We Roam podcast. Without further ado, let's roam. Hello, roamers, and welcome to this week's episode of the Where We Roam podcast. My name is John, and I am joined by 3 of my fellow podcasters. As we've been talking all summer, it is difficult to get all of us together, so Megan is currently out of town.
Shocking. For
this. I know, right? She's really, really sad to be missing this episode as well.
But for a good reason. Where's she at?
She's on Ama Waterways cruise right now.
Yeah.
River
No big
cruise.
deal.
I'm super jealous about that trip. So
Yeah, me too.
So people are already going to read this in the tag. So today we're doing 2 things on this episode. One is we're going to hear all about the fabulous time Dana and Corinne had on the Utopia of the Seas preview sailing and all of the jealous feelings that I had. And I'm writing in my diary to talk to my therapist about. Y'all look like you had so much fun. But then there's also so that's going to be a great topic. But then we're also going to be doing something super sad because there's exciting things happening for Corinne. So she is leaving the podcast. And that sounds so bad because we know when other people leave podcasts and stuff, it's not necessarily always clean or it's, bad feelings. Tell us, Corinne, why you're leaving the podcast.
Well, I am not going to be on regularly. I'm still hoping to be on every once in a while, but I did. Yeah, I did accept a position with Royal Caribbean, actually. So I have to leave I'm not leaving the travel industry, but I'm no longer able to book personal travel anymore. My schedule is just going to be a little bit more hectic, but I'm really excited about it. It's one of the reasons I got to be on Utopia kind of last minute, and I'm really excited about the new journey, but it's not goodbye. It's just, I'll see you every once in a while.
and
Right.
I'll speak for all of us. We are incredibly excited for you about all this.
Oh, yeah.
We are
excited and proud. Yeah.
Sad that you don't get to be a part of our weekly shows, but
Yeah.
this is amazing for you.
Yeah.
So,
I'm pretty
congrats.
excited about it.
So we're super excited for you. We're super sad that you're not going to be on the show regularly.
No.
And
Yeah,
I'm
it's
going to
all
have to
bittersweet.
re-record the intro so it doesn't say 5 travel experts.
I
Just
know.
realizing that as we're listening. That being said, I do have a short video real quick because Megan couldn't be here. She did send a short video from Europe. So
No.
Hi, fellow podcasters. I am here sailing on the beautiful Ama Viola with Ama Waterways. So unfortunately, I'm not able to be there today to talk about Utopia of the Seas. Currently, we are sailing on the Danube River. We left Linz, Austria last night.
Oh my gosh.
And we're heading to Dürnstein today
Wow.
to do some exploring. And Utopia of the Seas, I'm going to miss that recording today. I can't wait to hear all about what you ladies thought. Your pictures looked amazing, so I'm sure it will be a great episode, and I'm sorry to miss. Corinne, this is your last official recording today with Where We Roam, and for that I am so sad. I wish you nothing but the best. I know you will not be a stranger to us. I'm sure you'll pop in all the time and tell us what's new with Royal Caribbean and give us all the inside scoop. But I hope you have the best time with starting your new job and your new career. And I look forward to you not being a stranger. All right, have a great podcast today. Miss you all and talk to you soon.
Oh, bye, Megan.
So she was super. Oh, don't cry
no.
now, Corinne. She was very upset. She was missing the show this week. So she was super, super sad and wanted to send a video. So
That was cute.
yes.
Well, you could have told me that was coming. I could have
No
had tissues
way.
ready.
That would defeat the whole purpose.
Dana
So-
got to see my emotional scale.
We already
Speaking
cried
how
this
I function,
out. Why
like
are we
I-
doing this again?
if I am too sad or if I'm too excited, I'm crying. Like that's just how I function. So thank you for that.
Yeah. Oh, I remember on Icon you cried at that one show. That
the freaking water show. Like I am an emotional human being.
Aerosmith will get you every single time, right?
Every time.
Yeah, every
single time.
Oof, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
so good.
Happy feelings. Now we're going to
very
go
happy.
and talk about Utopia. Please.
It's just because, yay. All right.
I love how John sprung that on us all at the.
Oh my gosh, you can't do that. You should have told as soon as you said that Megan recorded a video. I was like, no way.
I know I saw your face. So anyway, she was upset she couldn't be here. And I totally get it because your schedule's crazy. Sean is about to embark on a trip that he's relocating, so he's not going to be in his hotel anymore. So we're not going to have regular schedules. Right. So we really need to get this Utopia of the Seas recorded and your last show recorded, your last official show recorded. So she was bummed that we couldn't all be together. So anyway, that being said, let's talk Utopia. So Utopia of the Seas. I'll give a quick rundown of what Utopia is because I think some other people in the industry are confused by what this ship is, right? Mm-hmm. This ship is not an Icon class ship. It is not the biggest ship in the world. It's the first ship in Royal Caribbean's fleet that's launched in a long time that's not been the biggest ship. I think maybe since Odyssey of the Seas, this is the first ship that's not the biggest and the best when they launch it. It is the first Oasis class that's powered by LNG. So it is an Oasis class ship. It's similar to the Oasis, Allure, Wonder, all of those. This is the most like Wonder. That's more like its twin sister.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about that, how it compares to the other Oasis class ships, how it compares to Icon, and talk about some of the new things. And anyway, you guys both got on this ship. It is pretty much a carbon copy with a few exceptions of Wonder. Would you agree with that, Dana?
Yeah, I think so. I was on Wonder last summer. I think it's the same. And there are a few tweaks here and there, but the promenade, everything that you know and love about an Oasis class ship is there with some enhancements. Like Mason jar is there. That was first on Wonder. And so it came back on Utopia. Bionic bar has been replaced, which, I think that's a good thing. Everything else is pretty much the same. The rooms, I feel like were a little different. They were just a little bit more
they look sparse.
I really liked the room that we were in. I felt like it was a great amount of space. I felt like it had better storage than the Icon did, personally. I wasn't a fan of the baskets and the things like that on the Icon, so I really
where your panties are on display to everybody who
clear,
comes in.
Like metal baskets that you slide in and out. I'm not a fan of those, but I loved everything else. It had hooks under the TV, which was nice because I know a lot of people bring those magnetic hooks. Everything I thought room-wise was good. There were plenty of outlets. I shared a room with someone, so I felt like we weren't on top of each other. The bathroom was spacious, no curtain, which was nice. So I feel like
most of the Oasis ships have glass, correct?
I know the Wonder did.
Wonder does. I don't remember if Oasis does. They're not too. I didn't. I'll have to go back. I don't think I took a video of that.
Did they keep it to USB A, or did they upgrade to C's on this one?
They're both.
Or both.
Mine have
They're both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right, let's cover a couple other quick differences, and then we'll move on to the things. So things that are new is they changed where Giovanni's is. So Wonderland is no longer on the ship.
Correct.
Right. And then so they put Giovanni's where Wonderland used to be, kind of like that 2-story overlooking the boardwalk. Or is it boardwalk? No, Central Park.
Central Park.
It overlooks Central Park. But then they added a terrace,
yes,
correct? That also
outdoor
overlooks
seating.
Central Park.
Yeah,
that
some tables out there. I know that's a beautiful spot to be at late in the evening, having a glass of wine after a nice meal. But yeah, it's definitely a unique arrangement, having it elevated so you can look down. And I thought that having a bigger space for Giovanni's is not a bad idea because, a lot of people love it. And so it's just going to make getting a table much easier.
Right.
But yeah, that spot was very unique and a beautiful area. So I think I really like that they did that. They should do that more often if they can, especially like Hooked and stuff like that, have outdoor seating.
Added seats, yeah.
Yeah, that would be a nice touch for any of those restaurants.
I'll say I think it's smart because I feel like Wonderland is such a do it once and then you're done. You know, like if so the frequent cruise guests are not going to want to hit that every single time they cruise.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good
Where
point.
people, like you said, are like loyal to Giovanni's. That's like one of their favorites. And I like the location of it a lot better there than I like the location on Icon.
Yeah, it felt kind of cramped in there.
And
people
Icon walking between your tables, like along the upper part of the promenade. Anyway, did you guys eat at the food trucks that they put out by the pools?
We sure did.
Was the food different, or what was it like?
The spare tire has my heart.
Really?
Wow.
It was so good.
Oh,
yeah. Oh my gosh, it was good.
What was it like?
So they have pre-wrapped sandwiches and these things called tornadoes, and just it was so convenient just to like literally grab and go. You're not even standing there waiting on somebody to, you know, put food on a plate for you. And it was really good. They had their chicken sandwich was like chipotle chicken. It was like almost like a chicken salad. Really good. And then their tornadoes were really good too, which I don't even know how to describe these, Dana.
It's kind of like do you remember when you were in school, in elementary school, and they had these things? Y'all may not have had them. We have them in the South. They're called Crispitos.
Nope.
No.
Okay.
It's like in California.
It's like a tortilla that has stuff in it, and it's rolled up, but then kind of flash fried. So it's kind of like crunchy on the outside, but soft in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that really they had like they had a beef and cheese one and like a pizza one, right? If I remember correctly.
Pepperoni one. It was really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
No shame in that.
I feel like I missed out in childhood now. That does sound very delicious.
How does this restaurant? So when I first glance, I thought this would be something similar to what they put up at the water park on Icon. I forget the name of that.
Base Camp.
Nothing. Base Camp. Thank you. Nothing like Base Camp. No upcharges. It's just like a free option that.
Yeah, it's literally a grab and go.
So maybe they learned their lesson from Base Camp of not trying to force more upcharges at like to go places.
But Base Camp is so good.
Oh well. If you like
those little bao buns.
Oh, the bao buns are good. I'll
Don't
give
get
you
me
that.
started.
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. What other big things jumped out at you? Pesky Parrot. Let's talk about Pesky Parrot. So this was replacing, for those who are familiar with the Oasis class ships, this is in the location of the old Bionic Bar. So if you know where the Bionic Bar is down on the main promenade, tell us about Pesky Parrot. What is it?
Go ahead, Corinne.
We spent a lot of time here. That was like, you know, if we were going to be meeting somewhere, we were like, Pesky Parrot. Yep. let's go. Okay. I loved the vibe. It's very, you know, if you're a Disney listener and you love Trader Sam's, it's very much kind of up that alley a vibe.
That's fun.
Dark and, you know, lit purpley and all this stuff. They have like a virtual window where it looks like you're on the beach, but then they got like little pigs swimming like you're in the Bahamas. And then the drinks were great.
We know why you loved it now.
I love the pigs. It did add to the reason, yeah.
Were the drinks a little more elevated? Like, did they have more like complex flavors in like, or were they just super sugary? Because, you know, that's one of the things about Trader Sam's or a good tiki bar is they could be sweet, but they also can be really well balanced. You know, like they can have, you know, they'll have a bitter in with the, you know, to kind of balance it out. What were these drinks like?
They have frozen drinks and then they have non-frozen options, obviously. I'm not big on frozen drinks, so Corinne tried the peanut butter one. I don't remember exactly what was in it. It had
frozen peanut butter?
Yeah, it was like a frozen peanut butter colada.
Okay.
So it had like peanut butter whiskey in it, but then pina colada mixed with it.
Was it good?
For someone who doesn't like frozen drinks, I loved it. I mean, I think, Corinne, did you like it? I mean,
yeah, I did. There were four machines, I think, Dana, that had like pre-made frozen. Yeah, they were just get it out of the machine, and then. But I think all of the rest of everything else that I tried too that wasn't frozen, I thought that they were really good. But again, it doesn't take a lot to impress me. So
I guess the question is it more like proper tiki bar or like beach bar? Because those are two very different things.
So I had the Mai Tai a few times. I had a Negroni. They had, you know, those type of drink. I felt like the drinks were really well done. I tried a few of them. I don't think I tried all of them, But everyone I try, I mean, it was a few.
We tried. It was only 3 days. We had a lot to do.
That's
true. You know, we tried to get all of them.
You guys looked like you were smiling most of the time, so I do believe that you tried.
Yeah,
You tried.
We really made a
I
good
do believe
effort.
you tried hard.
We tried really hard to rotate around the menu. It's an extensive menu, but I do feel I feel like they were very well balanced. I feel like after a few drinks, it was like, okay, this is good. I didn't feel like it was like Bionic Bar where I felt like I was drinking straight like sugar all the time. No, it was not like that at all. I could actually taste the rum. I thought it was really well done. So hopefully they can keep that consistency.
That's good because sometimes like a drink on any cruise line, like the drink of the day is what I think of.
Yeah.
It's like over syrupy, overly sugary. Yeah. And the reason they're $6 is because you can only drink one of them until your stomach hurts from the sugar.
Right.
You know, and then until you go to something else, you know. So that's good to know.
Yeah. I think they were really good quality drinks. And I think that was kind of the intention that they had. They really wanted to make that a point. Because when they're replacing Bionic Bar, they want to make sure that it's going to be a home run when they're replacing something. So I felt like it was very well done. The bartenders were very engaging. They were a lot of fun. The seating area kind of goes outside the Pesky Parrot a little bit. I took some pictures of kind of the outside seating area. They kind of added some things to make it look like you were a tropical vibe, even though you're on in a promenade. It's kind of tucked up under the stairs a little bit. So I feel like the seating area was really well done. There was plenty of seating.
It looks big. It looks way bigger than I was expecting that space to be. Like they really, like you said, expanded the seating and
it
let
trickled
it bleed
outside
out.
For sure. Yeah. And I don't think we had to search for a seat one time, whether we were at the bar or at a table. Yeah. So I thought that was really nice. But there is going to be a parrot coming, apparently. I heard a rumor of that.
Oh, so they no dog on this ship, but they're going to have a parrot. That's fun.
It's a house parrot.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm still kind of figuring out if it's going to be a live parrot or like an animatronic parrot. But I get the impression it's a live parrot because there's another ship apparently that has a live parrot.
Interesting. I didn't
With
know
Royal?
That's what I heard.
I've
never seen it. So if anybody's seen it, let me know.
All right, moving on to something similar. So as far that's really the only new bar on this ship, correct? Everything else is kind of like a regurgitation or like they have the pub, which is a different name for the pub, but it's still the pub. Yeah. Boleros, Cantina Fresca up top, Rising Tide Bar, Schooner Bar, like the classics that you've come to expect. That being said, food has changed a little bit. We talked briefly about the poolside food truck. There is one new dining venue. I want to know where it's at. I want to know if you guys got to try any of the food. I know that it wasn't necessarily open to everybody to book. But this is I'll just say the words choo-choo and because I don't remember the name of it, and you tell us.
Utopia Railway.
Yes, tell us about it.
So I actually have tickets for it in August when I go with my family. So I'll be able to try it at the end of August.
Do a full review of maybe just that at that point.
Yeah, and I was told while we were there that reservations will be opening. This has been a big question when they're going to open up. It's going to be reservations are going to be opening up 30 days prior. It's going to be like a rolling system. So every day, the next day will open. So that will be helpful. I don't know what time of day it will be, but this was straight from someone who works at the railway. So, Corinne, we went together. We just they gave us like a little tour thing about it. So, I mean, do you think that the food, I feel like we didn't get to try a lot of the food. They only had like a little.
Some samplers out.
Yeah. I wanted to try more. What did you think about the food?
Yeah, I didn't even grab any of the samples actually. But from a theming standpoint, I feel like we've talked about this before where maybe they're trying to borrow a page from Disney's book of the immersive dining experience, and that's very much what that's very much what this is. The person who like comes in and greets you, I don't know the whole storyline. It was supposed to be like in the wild West, and I don't know, there was like, was there a murderer? I don't know. They were telling us a little bit about it, but everyone's in character, which is really fun. So the theming is great. You are literally in a train car, which is really fun. And there's two of them. Each train car seats 24 people. And so what is that? 48, and then you get 2 dining times per evening. So only 96 people
a day
per day
Per night,
are going to be able
Wow.
to
and it's only a
experience
3 or
it.
4. It's only a 3 or 4 night
Right.
sailing, so only
Yeah.
like less than 400 people are getting to do this each sailing. It's
Yeah.
something to
Right.
think
Crazy.
about.
It's really exclusive. So on one side they have tables of 4, and then the other side of the train car is tables of 2.
Mhm.
And they
Okay.
have the windows, they're all like virtual windows. But the other thing that I really loved about this is that they are kind of trying out this one theme, this Wild West story first, but they are open to retheming this as, maybe the holidays come around. They talked about having a haunted train ride, which around Halloween time, which I think sounds so fun, like a Polar Express kind of theme. So there's a lot that they can do with it. And I think it's going to be a really cool experience. I'm excited to hear, Dana, what your experience is like next month.
Yeah, and I think that the theme is good because as people, are doing this multiple times, they're not going to
Mhm.
want to do the same thing. So they talked about maybe, doing like a wine train through Napa, and then having
Yes.
wines on board. So there's a lot of different ways, like Corinne was saying, that they can spin this. I asked the question about being a family of 5. How does that work? Because you only have tables for 4 and you have tables for 2, and you cannot push them together. You
My
just can't.
assumption is that's not going to work.
Well,
Are they
so
going to let you do it?
They said yes. So they said that, one person would just be sat with another person because they're just going to sell
Okay.
the number of seats, right? So then they'll seat you once you get there. But once you purchase this, you have a ticket, an actual train ticket that is delivered to your stateroom. And then you go
Cool.
down the stairs. And as you're going down the stairs, there's a facade that has been built that says Utopia Station. And it looks like a train station. Like they really changed the decor as you're walking into the station. They have like
Mhm.
lampposts and like, the stone look. But you're going down the stairs into Utopia Station. And then there's the board. And your name will actually appear on the rolling board, on the ticket board.
It's pretty
So
That's cool.
it really kind of brings you in that moment. And then once you go behind the door, you have like a welcome cocktail, I believe. Or maybe that was
Okay.
just while we were there. We tried a Pisco Sour, which I thought was really good. Then they had a margarita, maybe, was the other drink that they were letting us sample. But it is an additional charge. Even if you have the unlimited dining package, it is
Okay.
still a upcharge. And I want to say it was like $75 person. We're just doing it with the adults when we go in August.
Yeah.
Okay.
Us and my
I think the way
in-laws
to
are
do it.
testing it out. Yeah, we're gonna
With-
put the kids up in kids club.
A max of about 400 people per
Yeah.
sailing that get to experience this. They're not going to have any issue selling this out.
No, it sells
not at
out
all.
really quickly. I'm just thankful
Yeah.
we were able to get a spot at all.
No, I
Yeah.
think that's cool.
So
Very
but yeah,
cool.
I took some pictures of the menus and some videos of the screens and the tables and things like that. So we can share those if later if you want to do
Yeah.
that.
For sure. I love that. All right. So that sounds very cool. I want to try that whenever I eventually get on this stupid ship. It looks great. It really does.
That was more
Stupid
jealousy
ship.
coming out of.
Yeah.
A little bit
Exactly.
oozing from the pores. Yeah.
Ooh. All right. The next thing
Dear
is
diary.
all right. So as some of you guys may know, there's this other cruise line named MSC, right? And there are some positives to MSC in the European market, and they do some unique things here in the North America market as well. That being said, they have these new class of ships that look like a copy. They're split down the middle and the back. They look like a copy of the Oasis class. And that's like in the industry, that's kind of like okay, we see what you did there. Not only that, is that they created a dry slide that was like 40 feet longer than the Ultimate Abyss.
Yeah.
So then Utopia, Royal Caribbean's like, hold my beer. And they decided to lengthen the slide on Utopia to make it again to reclaim the tallest, longest dry slide at sea. But then also to do this, to make this happen, is they added like rollers to make you go faster in clear parts of the tube where you can see down. What did you guys do it?
We were gonna do it.
It was on our to-do list.
3
They were too
days.
busy drinking.
We had other things that
3
How many
days.
hours were spent in
that
the pesky
happened.
parrot?
No kidding.
Not long. We'd take it and go. We took it and walked.
Yeah.
A
We had
walking-
other things, which
walking
we can get
beverage.
to later, of why we didn't get to try all the other things because we had unexpected events happen.
Yes. But
Okay.
Michael
All right.
Bailey did mention in Common Grounds, he said, we just can't let them have the tallest slide. We're not going to let that happen.
Yeah.
So, that was that was very
engineers-
intentional. Yeah.
Got right to it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right
All
on
right.
it.
Okay. So I
But
feel like
we
we've
did
covered...
we saw plenty of people coming down the
They
slide
looked like
and
they were having
shooting
a great
out.
time.
So
They
it's a lot
loved it.
faster than the old one, is what you're saying.
I think
It
At least it
looks
seems.
faster than
It looks like
looks
it.
faster than the old one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good
I'll
to know.
try it out in August and let you know. How about that? I'll have more time.
All right. The last update of the ship, and then we'll move on to just your general experiences, the special things you all got to do, because then I'm really going to check out because I'm going to be mad.
Yeah.
All right. So here's the question. Okay. So did you guys get to go see the suites, rooms, and stuff like that when you're on this?
Yes.
Because I know those usually open during the preview. Did you see the Solarium suite? And was it, would you think that's better than some other suites? Go ahead.
We did see the Solarium suite. I took some pictures and videos of that we can share as well. I like all the suites, honestly. My only issue with the suites is the capacity of beds. Like the berths are just not
Family
enough.
of 5 mom over here.
Yeah,
There it is.
and you
Mhm.
have to get to, it's frustrating. But yeah, no, I loved the location of it. The balcony was really nice. I loved the entryway into it. I thought the suites are very well done on Royal. I only got to see them on Icon and Utopia, but I
Mhm.
just love the suites. I love the feel of them. They're very luxurious. The bathrooms are more updated. Even the finishes have like a higher end finish than the regular rooms. I think it's a good addition to the list of suites for sure.
Okay.
I would definitely book if I was able to be in it. I would do it for sure.
I feel like
So
a
you get
group
out.
of people with 5, or we should get like a bunch of parents of 5
Mhm.
or families of 5 who have the means to book these suites and be like, you are leaving money on the table
Yeah,
by not
Mhm.
allowing us to book these.
yeah,
Like, put the extra berth in there and just say it's
Mhm.
only for a kid, like that's
Mhm.
fine. Say you can do
Mhm.
4 adults or you could do 2 adults and 3 kids. Like, just, I don't
Give us
know.
something.
I really hate that they're
Corinne, make some change
tapping
happen.
that.
yeah.
Corinne,
When you
I will
get
put
in
my
there-
word
Pass that
in.
up.
Jeez.
Your
I'll do
bougie
my
friends
best.
are pissed. That's what you need to
I
pass
know.
along.
No, it's such a great location on the ship, and the balcony, like I said, was really good. We did get to see these 2-bedroom aqua theater.
Oh,
Sweet.
cool.
It is great. I really, really,
love this
really
room on
love that
there.
one.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
love that room on the Oasis class ships in general.
Yeah.
So, and I'm sure it looks even more beautiful on there, like with
Oh,
the new decor.
Yes, all the decor, the new finishes are chef's kiss. And then the patio, when you go out, it has the bar top
Mhm.
with the bar stool so that you can watch the aqua theater show going on right underneath you. The balcony wraps around, so you've got like ocean on one side, aqua theater on the other side. You just get the best of both worlds, and it's such a great, unique space. If you ever have a chance to book
And
that,
I hate that that's not available at all on Icon.
I know.
like, I understand that there's no longer an Oasis, or there's no like aqua theater show in the back.
there.
I
Mhm.
get that. So it doesn't need to be an aqua theater suite, but it still could be a 2-bedroom
Some
sunset.
sort of something,
You know, because that's what they're
Mhm.
calling those sunset
Yeah,
suites in the
sunsets,
back.
yeah.
And why not do that? Anyway,
yeah.
yeah, I'm not bitter. All right. I don't understand the logic, but I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
That being said, okay, so this ship had a new godmother. Every ship has a godmother, godfather, godparents.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
This one is, last time it was Messi, so on Icon, I was super excited about that. We
Yeah.
saw Messi
Mhm.
walking by, and I kind of freaked out a bit. Who's the godmother on the ship?
Go ahead,
Her
Corinne.
name's Megan Trainor.
Oh yeah,
My new best friend.
yeah. So
We're
tell us
besties.
about so Messi did not stay on the ship. He had to go to Europe afterwards, after like the initial thing, the whole dedication ceremony. He and the team flew to Europe to play in a match. Megan Trainor,
She
not our
stayed on.
Megan. She stayed on the whole sailing.
Yeah. And she
With
was
her
on
family.
prior too. I believe she was on the little employee
on the
shakedown as
shakedown.
well.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
she was on there for an additional couple days.
Yeah. And she was they were at Hideaway Beach when we were on Coco Cay. Her
We
and her
didn't
husband
see
went out to
them, but-
Hideaway. But Robin saw them, so we know we can confirm that they were on
They were
Hideaway.
there. There was a sighting.
There was a sighting. Other than that, I don't know if she was really walking around very much, but
Probably
we saw
hung
her
out
dancers.
in her area. Yeah.
We saw her dancers at outside Sorrento's. I think it was one night. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
on the
chatted
promenade.
with them for a minute.
Yeah.
I'm
But
sure she
yeah.
was up on 16 or 17. Like she had to have probably been in like a loft suite or something.
I'm sure she had to be. She had to have been,
Yeah.
especially
We
being
could
there
we could
for so
probably
long.
go. We could probably go count because her husband and her son were watching the concert, and they were in an aqua theater.
Oh, so
over
maybe
the
they
aqua
just booked
theater.
an aqua theater suite then.
So
Okay.
we could
that's
probably
cool.
go. We could easily
we
figure
could
out
easily-
which room it was.
Yeah.
That she was staying in. But I feel like first we need to back up a little bit because
Yeah.
there's a lot that leads up to
Okay,
this
well,
point
tell
of
us
our
all
cruise.
about. Well, I didn't
So-
go into any part of what happened. I just said this is the godmother.
Right.
Please take us on our journey.
Well, first there's other exciting things that was happening, which is why we didn't get to ride like the Ultimate Abyss. There was
What are the other exciting things?
There's a movie being filmed on board while we were there.
Right.
So, okay, I'm gonna butcher their names.
Dermot Mulroney. right?
And then
He's from the family Stone, correct?
And
Yeah.
my best friend's wedding.
My best friend's
Mhm.
wedding. Okay.
the wedding date. Yes.
Yeah.
He. Okay. Let me say the other one. And then Malin Ackerman.
Ackerman.
Ackerman?
Malin
I don't know.
Ackerman. I told you I was going to butcher the name. She was in like couples retreat.
Yes, that's what I think
yeah,
of her from.
she-
And then she also plays like the girlfriend of somebody who's like, was she in 51st Date? No,
No,
She was
it's,
in something
the Heartbreak
else.
Kid.
something like that.
That's
She
a
was-
good movie. Yeah.
I do.
She's
I,
very recognizable.
yeah, she is
Her and-
recognizable.
Dylan. Is
Yes.
it Dylan?
Dermot.
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 So
yeah.
they
She was
were
in
just
27
walking.
Dresses, Heartbreak Kid. Oh,
Oh,
Watchmen.
yes.
She was in Watchmen, Couples Retreat. She's the
Yes.
best friend in The Proposal, right?
Mhm.
No. She's
She's
the
a-
ex in The Proposal, right? She's like a local
Yes.
on the island in
Yes.
Alaska? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So lots
She's in
of
a ton
rom-com.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lots of stuff. So it was a rom-com that they were filming on board, and they were just walking around the ship like no big deal.
No security,
I saw Dermot.
nothing?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
I saw Dermot on the pool deck, and he just was putting his headphones on and like going for a walk. I followed Malin into. I saw her. We were waiting for an elevator.
It sounds very
And-
stalkerish.
It does.
It was
followed
because I
her.
went.
followed her.
I followed her into her elevator, not the elevator
Oh,
I was
no.
supposed to get in, because I wanted to be next to her, and I'm the most starstruck person ever.
That's so creepy.
I know. And then I was like, okay, don't ask her for a selfie. Don't do it, Corinne. Like,
You did
control
it.
yourself.
You
and
did it.
of course I did. I
course you
couldn't. It
did.
just slipped out of my mouth. You want to take a selfie with me? So I have an awesome selfie with her in the elevator, and that was great. But this was happening while Dana and I were pretty much joined at the hip the whole time. And then the first time that we like ever split up, she texted me 2 minutes later going, "Hey, I got asked to be an extra in the movie." And I was like, "What?" So she goes off and is doing that. Well, our plan that afternoon was we were going to go to the auction, the live auction that they were having, because they were going to auction off Meghan Trainor concert tickets for the last night. So we were supposed to go together, but then she got pulled to be an extra. And Dana's like, "You got to go to the auction. You got to get the tickets." I was like, "No, I can't do that because homegirl, my bougie friend. That's why we're friends. You know, you gotta be friends with rich people. You know,
well,
sometimes."
I had asked David. I said,
Yeah,
"We're going to
yeah,
bid on
she
the
asked her
Meghan Trainor
husband.
tickets. How much? What's the cap? Right? Like, how high can we go?" And this was
Mhm.
before I got pulled. But I was just minding my own business at Pesky
Mhm.
Parrot, waiting to get a picture for my little book that we had to complete for being on the cruise or whatever.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
And he came up, and I was standing by myself, and he was like, "Hey," he's like whispering. He's like, "I don't know if you know this, but we're filming a movie on board, and I just don't know if you would be interested in being an extra." And I was like,
who said this?
The guy that was walking around recruiting people.
Like the producer. Okay.
Mhm.
Got it.
Assistant to the producer.
Or production assistant.
Yeah. So then
To
I
the
was
regional
like,
manager.
I was
Yeah,
like
that's-
assistant to the assistant regional manager. So I was like,
Oh,
I was like, let me
see.
tell Lisa had just walked into Pesky Parrot. She was taking a picture of me. I said, let me go tell my friend. So I go tell Lisa, I'm like, hey Lisa, they want me to come be an extra in the movie or whatever. And they said it's going to go until 2:30 and the auction is at 2. So we need to find Corinne because she has to bid for me. She has to bid on my behalf.
Oh yeah.
And so I'm like texting Corinne. I'm like trying to get in touch with her because we can't have our phones once we go into where they're recording.
And
so
she's
I know
like
I
still
have
in this elevator getting selfies.
I have like a
That's
split
when my selfie
second
happened. Yeah.
to find out from David how much money we can go, how high we can go, and then text Corinne, and she's like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I'm like, you got to do it. Like this is it. It's all on your shoulders. I'm not going to be done here till 2:30. So anyway, so then she had to bid for me while Lisa and I were both in the first scene of the extras. And that's when I got really close with Dermot. That's when we became best friends.
So you are
touched
in
you,
the
didn't he,
scene.
Dana?
You guys were close. You're in the scene, like not just like way in the background, like you're close to the where that was being filmed.
They had me like go in front of the camera, walk in front of the camera, like be off talking to somebody right where the thing was happening. So if it doesn't get cut, I might be kind of famous. Just saying.
Kind of famous. Background actor extraordinaire, Dana.
And then Dermot was dancing right behind me on the dancing scene, and he brushed up against me. So he technically touched
you?
my
He,
butt.
he danced with you.
We had a moment. It was a whole moment.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my
know.
entire life.
It's the best.
Okay. I just
So-
see the wheels
so
coming out of this
then-
episode.
Okay, so then I'm done with the movie thing or whatever, and they're like, come back in like an hour and a half. We're going to film in another location. And I was like, can my friend Corinne come? And they were like, yes. So I was like, yes. So then I'm texting her, I'm like, I've got big news, excited to tell her that she was going to be in the extra. And then she was like, come to Schooner Bar right now. So I went to meet her, and then I'll let her take over from there.
So we meet at Schooner Bar, and then we're both like have this excited moment where we both got good news for each other. I got the Meghan Trainor tickets. So we had 4 Meghan Trainor tickets, and then we later that night got to go and film another extra scene, and it was so fun. It was the best time. But the second scene that we did didn't have any of the main actors.
No.
But it's okay.
It was just B-roll of the.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, there was another scene that was happening. I guess there's like maybe a younger love story that's happening because they were like teenagers that were acting, but they had a couple lines in something. But we were just like in a club. We were we filmed in the attic.
The attic. Okay.
Yeah.
It was a
And
silent
it was supposed to be a
disco.
silent disco. So we all had the headphones on with no music, and we're dancing with no music. And it was pretty
And
awkward.
they had us like dancing in front of the camera, so we would like dance and pass through the scene. So we were like kind of.
Do we
weaving
know
in.
the name of this movie?
Imperfectly Perfect?
Imperfectly Perfect. I
It
think
may
that's what it's
change.
called. Yeah.
So a lot of times a movie will
Working
have
title.
one name, working title.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll find out. I'm sure it'll be
Wow.
all over the social media because a lot of people from the ship were extras and stuff.
So Corinne wins the tickets. My question is, did you go to the max of what David said? This is our threshold.
Did you have to
Did you
get
get a
to the
deal?
max?
Did you get a deal?
I came in under budget.
Yes.
There we go.
Good job.
I like it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
okay. Also explain. This wasn't just tickets to go watch the concert because they opened the concert to everybody on the ship who wanted to come, right?
No.
Or
no.
everybody had the
It was invite only, and then they were auctioning off. Yeah,
VIP.
so only like a very select few were. I mean, they all had to fit in the Aqua Theater,
Mhm.
Oh,
so not
that's
a lot
fair.
of seating. So you had to have been invited. We were not on the invite list, so we made it happen. But that's where the auction tickets came in. So they gave away 2 sets of 4. It was me and this other guy that were like bidding back and forth against each other until I won and that guy dropped out, and then they ended up giving it to both of us.
Oh, boo.
But they had that many tickets to give away. I think
Yeah,
that
Yeah,
they
but
were
boo
just,
that man.
I know
Yeah.
it's fine.
They
But-
drove
Four
up the
tickets.
price.
But it was so nice
Yeah.
because they had the little our names on the seats. Like we were like what
Well,
third row?
It had my name on the seat.
Yeah.
Dana was like,
What the heck? This was my money.
Hey, but I do have the certificate here. See?
Look,
Oh, VIP.
yeah.
Beep.
Veep.
Yeah.
Vip. Yeah.
So, yeah. And
So we
Corinne's
were on-
name's on the letter and everything.
yeah, it's on. Yeah. Welcome trade party. Congratulations. But it
That's
was
too funny.
we were on a high that day. Like we filmed those scenes. We, got the tickets. We were just on cloud 9.
That was Coco K Day. So we had seen like Michael Bailey. And
Yeah, the same day Dana saw Michael.
No, that was the day before.
that was the last day.
I mean, the last day.
The show was the same
The
as
show
Coco
was the
K.
last day.
Yeah.
But like the
Wow.
auction and the filming of the scenes, all of
Was
that
the
was
second to last day.
Yeah.
right.
Is that a C day or was that NASA?
It was a C day.
A C day.
There was no NASA stop
There was
on
no
this one.
Nassau stop.
Mm-mm.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Was this a
It
3-night
was
sailing?
Mm-hmm.
Just 3 nights. But then the next day
So
was
happy
perfect.
for you.
Perfect day. We'll come back to the. Let's go chronologically now. So the next day, Dana, what did you and Lisa do at Perfect Day?
Oh, we did
Oh,
zip lining.
yeah.
I've
was
never
that?
done the zip line. It was really fun.
You've never
I-
ziplined, period, or just never on Perfect Day?
Never on
Day?
Perfect Day. Like I've seen them
Okay.
go over, but I've never actually done it. I didn't realize that the price paid for all the zip lines, all the
Yeah.
towers. I thought they were just like separate, like you paid for this one or you paid for this
Oh,
one.
no. It's the whole course.
It's a whole course. So first of all, tip, wear shorts. Because if you don't wear shorts, you have to go buy shorts. And shorts are expensive on Coco.
What did you wear? What did you think you could wear?
I had a
She just-
bathing suit on and a cover up.
Like a dress.
They
I
said
think
shorts.
I
Yeah,
think
like a
you
dress.
would expect that to fly.
No, I
Yeah.
wouldn't. Because you're in a harness and that stuff gets in your business and they don't want that stuff rubbing up on one person's
That's
business
not the
and then
excuse
rubbing
they
up on the
gave.
next business.
Okay, well,
How
that's not
a
the
pair of
excuse.
shorts aren't going to do too much.
Right.
A pair of shorts will keep that. Okay.
Anyway, it is what it is. I had to go buy
Sunbathing
shorts.
suits.
Yeah.
Butt cheeks are hanging out of sunbathing suits is all
Okay,
I'm saying.
Not mine, but I had to
I
go
know
buy
yours
shorts.
wasn't. I'm just
But
saying.
I did that. So then you also have to wear shoes, closed-toed shoes. Okay, so you can't just wear your
Okay.
flippies. But they do have Crocs that they give you if you don't have closed-toe shoes. So you just go in, you put all your stuff in a locker, they get you fitted up, and then you go to the first tower. You go. It's a lot of walking upstairs.
Well,
So-
that's in general when you go zip
You
lining.
have to
you're
do
gonna
that
have
from
that.
a taller.
Yeah, you have to
Yes.
go up. But I mean, it's
There's no
hot.
elevators in the jungle either if you did it on land.
Correct.
So
Correct. But
Yeah.
it's just keep in mind that it's the heat. It's hot on the island.
Yeah,
So I recommend
sure.
doing it beginning of the day. So we did it like 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Because that way, if you're waiting till 2 or 3 o'clock, it's gonna be really hot going up those stairs.
that sounds
So
bad.
yeah, up the stairs, so safe. They went over our landing position. They went over all of that. I did take some videos from some POV videos. And you zip line to one tower, then you go up to the next one, then to the next one, to the next one. Then at the end, you got to walk all the way back and all your helmet and all your stuff all the way back to the beginning. So again, it can get pretty hot and steamy in there.
I have a quick side note question for you all because you all have kids. Corinne, your kids are still a little bit younger than the rest of ours.
Mhm.
Do any of your kids start conversations like POV? I was over here doing this, and I'm like, POV. Okay, Jack.
Yes, they do.
Yes. Okay.
Thankfully, mine has not done that
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Mine
get
do.
ready. Well,
yet.
yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so okay, instead of saying like picture this, it's like point of view or
Yeah.
POV.
POV. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So,
anyway, it was really
anyway.
good. I would recommend it if you can get it at a good price. I don't know that I would pay the full price for it, but I was able to get like a 50% discount through the cruise planner by just checking periodically,
Mhm.
Always
which I tell
recommend that,
people
yeah.
to do. Yeah. So it fell to 50% off, and I was like, okay, that's doable.
Okay.
And so we did that and then headed over to Hideaway.
How much was
So-
your hideaway for the day? Because we just locked it down for the celebrity cruise. How much was it for the sailing? Oh, it's never
Zero.
mind. I forgot. Hideaway 0 on these days. You guys got to lock it in as a reservation.
Yes, and
Yeah.
Thrill as well. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry.
0.
Sorry, I forgot it was an invite sailing. I always like to compare the prices of but ours was like what, $45 for the celebrity sailing?
Yeah. I don't think
It was
that's
really
bad though.
No, I think that's a great price.
Yeah.
$45 for what you're getting over there, I think is totally worth it.
Yeah.
Be away from the kids. That's great. I
Yeah.
love that.
Mhm.
And
In the
we
heated
had
pool
the
if it's cold.
The food is better over there too. So,
Yeah.
we had the coconut shrimp. Corinne got to try a secret menu item.
Yeah.
Oh, what'd you try? I've heard about the secret menu. What'd you try?
Yeah, the secret chicken sandwich or the secret burger. I think they also do a burger version, but I got the chicken sandwich, and they put mozzarella sticks and marinara on the burger. Oh, it was
so it makes it almost
really
like a
good.
chicken parm sandwich.
Like a chicken
Yeah,
parm,
it's like a chicken parm sandwich.
When
but
when you said secret menu and then chicken sandwich, I'm like, that is the lamest secret menu.
Hey, works for me.
No, that's a popular thing.
Yeah,
and then
chicken sandwich.
I love that area. I think Hideaway is if you're in a sailing without kids, that is to me a no-brainer.
Mm-hmm.
Totally worth the price of admission.
Yeah.
So on my Wonder of the Seas, I have the kids coming up in September. We've got Thrill booked. I got that for like $50 on. I think it was $54.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 50% off. It was insane. And then I think it's like 45 is what we got what's it called on the Celebrity? So Hideaway for Celebrity.
Hideaway.
So there are deals to be had. Now I will say this. Watch it because it dropped. It was like $67 and then went down to $45 with the promotion. So
and
keep your eye on these things.
No warning. Sometimes it just drops.
Nope.
So check it often. And if you buy it, go ahead. If you see a price, you're like, oh, this is really good, go ahead and buy it. And then if the price drops, you just cancel it and you can repurchase it right there. You just have to kind of wait on that refund to come in so that, as long as you're okay with waiting a few days for that. But same thing with the drink package, the dining package, any of those, Wi-Fi. You can always cancel and repurchase if the price drops.
It's a great note.
Yeah.
This sounds great, but let's get back to your last evening. Because I think that's where people are kind of waiting for the combo to go.
Yeah.
Oh wait. So you guys these were special seats that weren't just general admission. They were like
correct.
third row.
We had assigned seats. Yeah.
They did mention this third row back, close to the front. You could practically reach out and touch Megan Trainor like a creeper. Like, it was if you were running into, Malin on an elevator. By the way, was she amiable when you asked for it or did she seem annoyed?
She was very sweet. We were already talking in the elevator with everybody and
her elevator.
There were a lot of people. Everyone was very complimentary. She was very sweet. And that's when I got the urge to go take a selfie.
Did you be like, I'm so sorry to ask, but is there any way we could take a selfie?
Yeah, I said, you're going to hate me for this, but will you take a... I was honestly thinking that it was going to be like a whole elevator. Like we were vibing in there. Like I thought it was going to be like a whole elevator, like everyone get in. And then everyone like parted seas. And then it was just me and her. And I was like, well, okay.
Y'all are lame.
I was trying to get everybody in the picture. And then it was just me and her. So... They're lost.
Well, it was meant
so
to
she
be.
seemed sweet, is what you're saying.
Yes, she was sweet.
All right. So back to Megan Trainor. What songs does she sing besides All About That Bass? Because that's the one that we know in our house. Even my kids know that one.
Dear Future Husband.
Title. Lips Are Moving.
Yeah.
No Excuses.
Lips Are Moving. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
And she did her new song too.
I'm sure.
To the Moon.
You messed up.
Whoops
that song.
That's a big on TikTok right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Maybe just because I follow her. I don't know. So
we're best friends now.
I'm really hitting her up on all the social media.
They had a moment. She made it onto her Snapchat.
I did.
You were on Megan's Snapchat?
I was, from a distance. Whoever was in charge of her social media was like, but it was like
not
tidbits
the
of her
close
concert.
of you crying.
Y'all had you had some serious time.
Yeah, time.
Longer than a moment.
Quick.
Yeah.
Talk about this. What happened?
So, again, my emotional scale.
POV.
If I am too excited or happy, I'm crying. So I was so freaking excited about the whole experience, and I love her. I'm a starstruck human being. I love her songs, love her music. So I'm a good teared up a good amount, and then she had said something to me she could obviously see us from the stage, and I was probably crying already at this point, but she asked where I was from, and I yelled Texas. We have a video of it. I yelled Texas, and she was like, "Oh, Texas," and I was like, "Oh my God, she talked to me." And then the concert kept going, and more tears were flowing, and I was just having a great time. And then all of a sudden, she walks out off the stage, walks up to row 3, walks right to me and holds my hand and finishes the song. And I am a blubbering mess. Like and then she told the whole audience, she goes, I had to come over here. She's sobbing and I'm just crying. And my husband was like, Corinne, there were some people who sent me pictures and videos like after the concert, like the people that were sitting in front of us and around us sent me a lot of footage, and I like sent it to my husband, and he was like, Corinne, you look like a crazy person. She was probably like, hitting her like security button, like warning, or like her clicker, like, please come rescue me from this woman
after the show.
Yeah, what you're saying is she held your hand, and she was only planning to hold your hand for a second, but you just wouldn't let go.
Oh, I think I felt Dana, back me up here. I wasn't holding her hostage, but she was holding my hand, and we were just singing. And then I got my phone out, and we took a selfie together. And I'm just like,
and this video and the whole things. I'm like, I can't believe this is happening right now.
This is crazy. It was happening. I couldn't believe it was happening. It was the best moment.
You're gonna have to upload that video,
and I'll take that video. I'll insert it while you're talking. Don't worry, I'll put this in the cut here.
Yeah,
I'll take the time to make sure that gets added.
When you sent that our way, I was like, oh my gosh, Corinne is so drunk.
No, she wasn't.
No. I'm just saying, once you told us you were crying, it all made sense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I didn't know you were crying. I thought like, oh man, she's
no, because I was like red-eyed, makeup smeared. It was.
I was sitting next to Megan when we were at the Aqua show on Icon, and she starts crying.
No,
next
randomly.
to me, next to Corinne.
Yeah, not Megan.
Oh, next to Corinne. I'm thinking Megan's right. I was sitting next to Corinne on that, and I'm like, I look over her, and she's like weeping, not weeping, but like tears are streaming down her face, and I'm like, this is a nice show, but wow, you're really emotional.
I know.
And so like I knew exactly what was happening the moment that Dana sent us those pictures. I was like, okay,
I didn't.
I knew what was happening.
Yeah.
We didn't even talk about the shows on the ship, but they're great.
Oh my gosh! Oh yeah, all the other good, amazing.
But
shows.
There's no theater show, no Broadway show. What do they have in place?
All In is the stage show, and it was really good. It had up to date music, and the songs were changing.
Pop.
Yeah, good mix of music, and they were doing things on the stage, so it was engaging. And it was really good. It was Aqua 80s was the Aqua show. Of course, it's we've talked about that.
So this is Aqua 82, which is like the sequel to the one on Oasis, which I think is one of the most popular. I love that's one of my favorite.
Yeah, you said that, John. You
loved it.
Yeah, so that was it was really well done. I haven't seen the original Aqua 80s, but Aqua 80s 2 was really good. And then the ice show I thought was fantastic. It had like
really great
a little storyline. Like
what was the theme on that? Because I know like on Wonder it's like a seasons one. What is it on Utopia?
Oh, it's not really a seasons. It's kind of had like can't really think of the best way to describe it. It had like some decades stuff in it.
Oh, okay. Were there dancing ducks?
No
dancing. Okay. No, I don't remember.
No,
dancing
that's from
ducks.
us. There wasn't any. Megan would get that. There's dancing ducks on the Oasis of the Seas show. It's terrible.
I heard about it. There wasn't anything standout-ish like that where you're like, that was odd. Like I thought every number was really great.
Good.
Yeah, but it wasn't like so nichey like the Elemental one is that's on Icon.
Yeah.
Like I think this one would appeal to a lot more people because it's not so. Because the theming is a better theme than Elemental. But I enjoyed Elemental as well.
This is off topic, but Dana, when you went back on Icon, I know that's way off topic. John's be like, Sean, what are you doing? You saw the show. Were they tossing those things? How do they work the balls?
They're not on strings. They are not on. I swear, I was sat closer with intent to find it. Maybe the ones that maybe drop down, but once they go, they're not on strings.
Were they drones?
They may be drones.
No,
because
there's drones on Utopia on the theater
there's
show.
Drones
in
all
theater
in
show.
For sure.
Yeah,
but those are different. Those are not held in a hand and then thrown. Those are just kind of like come up and then they come back in.
We saw that.
You can't grab drones with spinning blades with your hand and then relaunch it like that.
The little thing inside the ball and somebody's operating it.
There's a little man inside. It's flopping his hands very, very fast. Dana, it's a string.
It's a string.
It's not a string.
Okay.
Okay.
I saw what I saw.
I saw what I saw.
You cannot gaslight me, Dana. All right.
Wow. Wow.
Well,
Okay.
sorry.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway,
But the shows were good. The shows were good.
The shows were
Okay.
really great.
Okay, so that's good. I was worried because that's my only fear is that Royal's gonna. I don't know how I feel about it. I feel mixed because I love the idea of having a full Broadway caliber show, like a full show. But then I say that, but then I don't love all the Broadway shows they do. Like
Yeah.
I thought, like
they pick
thought
bad ones.
Hairspray was fine. It was
Mhm.
entertaining. Really, it was done well. But it's Hairspray. It's not like my favorite musical by any stretch. And then like the other one that I saw or that was on was Cats, and I have zero desire to see
Ooh.
Cats.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
that's a bad call in general.
Like
Yeah.
Grease. I think Grease would be a good one to see, but I think they
Yeah.
discontinued Grease.
Yeah, I think so too. And I will say this too, the things I missed when we're talking about comparing Utopia and Icon, the things I missed on Utopia that I loved on Icon was the Hideaway. I don't love the solarium. I mean, it's nice and relaxing and all, but I liked the feel of the Hideaway better. And the base camp, I really liked the food there a little bit better than Spare Tire. It's just a little bit more elevated. And then No Dueling Piano Bar, which I really liked that addition in Icon every night to have the dueling piano bar, and they did not have that on the Utopia, obviously. So those are just things that I missed from Icon to Utopia because I just did Icon a couple weeks ago. So
right.
All right. So here's the list.
We haven't even had time to review your icon. So
Icon.
We need to double back to that eventually.
Yeah. We'll do a short show next. We've covered so much of Icon. Here's a quick list, and you tell me your thoughts on this. So Cats by Andrew Lloyd Webber is on Oasis. I skipped it when I was on it. Grease, it says it's on Harmony and Independence. I don't think it's on Independence anymore, but I might be wrong. I think that'd be fun. I would love to see Grease like on a ship. Yeah. Hairspray I've seen, and that's on Symphony. Then there's Mamma Mia. Did you see that when you were on Corinne on Allure?
I didn't go see it.
Okay, so there's Mamma Mia. I'm not a huge ABBA fan, so ABBA. I don't know how to say it.
ABBA.
Then Saturday Night Fever, which is like based on the 1977 film. Then We Will Rock You, which is a jukebox musical based on the legendary music of Queen with a book by Ben.
Oh, that'd be good.
That sounds fun.
Like Queen.
That's on Anthem. So I feel like I got to go like, where's Anthem go out of? Like, isn't that like? They used to do Alaska. I don't know now. And then Wizard of Oz, which we saw in Icon, which was really well produced.
Really good. Yeah.
So it makes me think like, I feel like it's mixed. It's a mixed bag depending on the ship you're on, what you're going to get.
But short sailings, I'd rather just skip the show because there's just so much other things to do on the ship. Like I can see a show at a local theater, and I don't want to take one of my nights to do that.
Yeah,
I agree. All right, so let's go ahead and wrap up Utopia. We could probably talk about Utopia for like the next 45 minutes. You guys had so many things happen. Are there any other last things you guys want to mention about Utopia or about your sailing or about your time on the ship before we move on?
No, I think it's the world's biggest weekend, so it's going to be great for quick 3-4 night sailings. You could do a back-to-back. You could even do a 3 and a 4 to make a 7. If you're not hung up on the port of calls, because you're obviously going to repeat the same port of calls. I think the ship is really well done. I think it's a great idea to have a new ship doing those quick little 3 and 4 nights out of Canaveral. So it's super convenient. Again, it was nice to have the promenade and Sorrentos and all of the stuff that you know and love about Oasis class, but it also kind of had like a new feel too. So I think it's a good mix between traditional Oasis and Icon. I think it's a good kind of bridge into the Icon class.
Okay, cool.
I agree with that. I think I'm really excited to have an Oasis class ship that is doing shorter sailings. And a lot of people, I was talking to a lot of people, it's a great either doing like a back-to-back, like what Dana was saying, or pair it with a Disney World, package of like, do that for a couple of days and then hop on the ship. I think it's a great, you have some options leaving out of Canaveral.
Yeah.
Great ship. Great time.
And I'm not at all jealous that I didn't make it.
Next time
I'm going to go. Also, speaking of that, now that we've wrapped up Utopia, Corinne is sad she's not here. We're sad we are here because I know it's sad. It's fine. You'll be back.
I'll be back.
Soon we'll see, I guess. But I cannot wait to hear all the upcoming things and have an insider opinion about what you think about what's happening, what's coming, all those fun things whenever something new comes. When we do another group sailing, you're going to have to try to sneak on that ship somehow.
Yeah,
so next time that we're on a ship, you're going to have to try to get on that. Maybe Star of the Seas next year.
Yeah.
We should all try to get on Star of the Seas.
Get on Star of the Seas.
I'll have to make sure Sean can fly back for that.
Yeah.
So before we say goodbye to Corinne, Sean, do you want to give us what you can tell us about what's happening with you and why you may be hit or miss for the next couple weeks?
Yeah, my family is transitioning overseas. My wife's in the military, Navy, so we come and go. But this is our specific time of transition to this new location, and it'll put me out of pocket for maybe a week or two before we get settled again. But I'll be back.
Yeah. All right. Anything? Well, we'll see you when you get back.
Yeah.
And we want to wish a big happy birthday to Tanner and a big happy anniversary to John and I.
Happy anniversary to Sean. Sean and I have the same anniversary, same day, everything, same year.
Oh, that's funny.
Different women.
We're not married to each other, but different women. We're also not brother husbands. Is that how you say that instead of sister
brother
wives?
Husbands.
So anyway, I don't know what else to say. I'm sad that Corinne's not going to be on anymore on a regular basis.
Corinne is great.
I don't know.
We love you, Corinne.
Well, I love you guys too.
Don't be a stranger.
I will.
And you know where to spill the tea. You know, we've got the group chat where you can still spill all the tea.
All the tea.
I thought you were taking her out of the group chat.
Well,
she's
we'll
not
just
take me out of
second
that group chat.
You're out. Listen.
We'll make a second one. That one just slowly goes away.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, that's sad.
Poor Corinne.
It's not gonna be this one. You can just tell us if you're. She can also ignore the messages. I just feel like she's gonna be like, okay, they're having technical issues this morning. Okay.
I'll just mute you.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, on this very sad note, I guess I should just take the show and end it because I don't know what else to do. We'll miss you, Corinne. Farewell. Enjoy Royal Caribbean. Our loss is their gain. But we're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode of the Where We Roam podcast. If you've enjoyed this episode or any of Corinne's contributions for the past however many episodes, please like and subscribe and give us a 5-star review. Hasn't Corinne earned it for crying out loud?
For crying out loud.
Give us that. For crying out loud, give us that 5-star review. All right. And if you'd like to connect with us or send any well wishes, you can find us on Facebook by doing a search for the Where We Roam podcast. Once again, it has been an absolute pleasure. Corinne, it has been a pleasure working with you. And everybody, have a good day. See you real soon. Bye-bye.